Hey Taurus, welcome. I shuffled my deck, both of them. This is what shows up on the bottom. We're dealing with toxic relationships, right? Friends, family, significant others, coworkers, work partners, something. There's like someone or someone's, right, in your circle of trust, douche canoes. They're not, they're terrible people. But it's like you have a gut feeling about something or someone, but I don't know if it's ignoring it or knowing that you need to do something and you're not, or maybe someone's trying to convince you to not do it. Okay. There feels like there's a mission, like emotional, I just almost said admission, maybe admission of guilt, emotional manipulation, coercion, something. When I was shuffling, it was like, you can't leave, you can't this, you can't that, you can't cut us off or something. And then it was, for somebody I heard, we'll cut you out of the will. Like, so there's a very controlling energy here. And there's something with addictions, okay? Whether that's food, alcohol, drugs, all of the above, some of them, I don't know. But somebody uses addictions as a way to cope with something, okay? Whether it's lack of control or wanting too much control, there's something there. Somebody is, I just heard KILLING themselves. It's like, I don't want to look at myself. It's you, not me. You're the problem. You're the reason this keeps happening. You're the reason for this. Why do you keep going against me? I don't know if somebody wants to like tell somebody where to shove it or walk away, but there's a lot of fear, like putting fear into someone and trying to impose a lot of restrictions or kind of, who do you think you are? Do you know who I am? Type of energies. What's gotten into you? It's like, the truth, you know? Could be you stepping into your own or recognizing your own power, your own abilities, your own sovereignty. And it's like something is really tweaking somebody. They do not freaking like it. They don't like it, Taurus. Let's figure out what y'all need to know and what to do. Okay. Taurus, what do we got going on here? Look at you. So something happened. Oh, I just got, ooh, look at that. I just got, my whole body just lit up. That's something going on, whether that's, okay, domestic, right? Or there's something happening that you know about, or that somebody hid, or I just heard set up, okay? And you could have said something about it, or somebody doesn't want you, okay, to say something about it. Right here, 111. You know what that is? Trust your intuition and keep moving towards your goals. You've got a new beginning, a fresh start, coming soon. Your thoughts manifest into your reality very quickly. This is very much a trust your intuition. You are hearing it correctly. You know something, and someone does not want you to talk about it. I just heard they want you to shut the F up. You are a liability. What you know about someone, something is a liability. It could ruin someone. You're an outside of the box thinker. You don't want to be, you don't want them to stuff you into something, right? Play a role or be constrained by like societal norms or traditional things. You're someone who can see like what others can't. You could also have an unusual way of like, maybe approaching things or going about things, whatever it is, okay, for in your life and others' lives, maybe your work, whatever. You could have be somebody who's kind of always stood out that way. You've never really fit into anybody's mold or like description, right? Like if someone were to describe you as an archetype, okay, because it's society, right? We like to give labels to everything. You're this kind of witch, you're a green witch, you're this. What happens when you're all kinds of them, right? You're a Heinz 57. It's like you're everything. There doesn't need to be a label to you. Somebody wants you to fit into something. It's like keeping everything all nice and neat. Yeah, you can't like don't fuck up their program, Taurus. You're gonna fuck up somebody's Christmas, okay? They don't want you to do that. And what do they want? They leave it to Beaver? Is like that the construct in which they want things to look? You know? I mean, the Cosby Show. Well, Dr. Huxtable wasn't so great in real life. You know what I'm saying? He did some things behind the scenes, right? It's kind of like that. It's like, great, Dad, so we look perfect at home or while we're in church or we're out and about, but we're a shit show. We don't talk about that. Look at that, drifting apart. I'm telling you. They not like us, baby. Kendrick Lamar. Somebody is not realizing a lot of your issues growing up, a lot of your anxiety, frustrations, issues in relationships, people that you hang around, things that you do, right? It's things that have maybe brought you, I don't want to say trouble, right? But it's like challenges or kind of some negative consequences in your life that you really didn't want. And then it's like, what the fuck? It's like fighting against it's like fighting against who you really are. You can't do that because you're not made to fit in somebody's box. And this is like the more you learn or the older you get, right? The more that you tap into your authentic self, the further you feel away from these people. Because you're ascending and getting into spiritual alignment. But this is like true spiritual alignment, right? Not, we go to church and we do this, but we've got this that we're hiding. No, I'm saying it's that kind of thing. Baby, what about it? Double standards. I'm telling you. It's okay if Jimmy does this, but you can't do what Jimmy does because you're a Jenny. Like, it's okay if men do this, but women can't. Whatever it is. It's obviously, it goes way beyond, just what you, like the sex that you were born, It goes way beyond that. Do as I say, not as I do. Kind of shit. A romantic breakup, separation. Somebody's got very different beliefs, standards as to what a relationship looks like and what it should be about. Why two people should be together and why they shouldn't. On the bottom, right? Because there's two sometimes harsh truth decks, right, that I made. On the bottom of one is trust your intuition, you are hearing it correctly. And on the other one is they chose their current partner solely for money and to help moving up in their career. Now, is that a reason to be in a romantic partnership, to get married, to whatever, right? Is that fuck no, it's not. You're using somebody. That's a shitty ass human thing to do. Period, point blank. There's no excuse for that. None. I can look at that 7 ways Sunday. I can't make that fucking make sense because it's not okay. It's shitty. It's using another person. So this is almost like you can't leave him. You can't leave her. What'll happen? What, are we staying together for the kids now? Why? So they can be fucked up when they grow up? So they can be in abusive relationships too? Because they're going to model whatever the hell, right? We're showing them because that's how it works. Violent crime, getting exposed for attempted rape is going right underneath that. Oh my gosh, y'all, I just heard we don't talk about how Dad diddled Timmy. I apologize if someone's named Timmy and that really happened. That is not, it's just like a silly way that my guides put it. We can talk about this shit that's happened. I'm telling you, we don't talk about what's happened to us, right? That's like mom going through life in hell, but covering it up and making everything look like it's great for the kids and for the neighbors in the neighborhood. But growing up, okay, raise your fucking hand if your parents thought that they hid everything from you. And then you dropped the bomb on them, right, at like a Christmas dinner one day, or like one year where you're like, no, we knew about that. But we knew. Kids can know, yo, like, oh my God, kids know. You don't really have to tell them anything. Kids are much more in tune with like energies and intuition and stuff than you tend to be when you get older, because as you get older, you get more jaded and life screws with you and it kills that part of you that's imaginative and that believes in things and that trusts your feelings, right? So you don't have to say anything to kids when they're little. They just fucking know. And it's wild because kids know way more than you think they do. Parents are always thinking that they're like, you know, hiding something. And it's like, yeah, you were real slick there, Pa, but I knew that was going on. You know what I'm saying? There is violent crime, getting exposed for grape, right? Life insurance scam. Somebody oh no. For somebody, they wanted somebody offed. Okay, we're gonna say it like that. What are we doing? Fucking mob heads out here? Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. How many times somebody watched Goodfellas? Good lord. Seriously. This is ridiculous. Bribing members of law enforcement. What'd I fucking say? Yeah, don't worry about it, Johnny. We got him on our payroll. Look, what the fuck? Sorry, guys. This is ridiculous. Somebody wants to stay in some, keep hearing it, 1950s bullshit. Old ways. Outdated thinking. Right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, it is fucking broke. It's been broken. How many times are you going to tape it up, Pa? Eventually, it's going to duct tape only does so much. What's imprisonment? You can't leave me. You can't quit me. What? Okay, Compton, calm down. I'm telling you, this is trying to keep somebody like trying to keep somebody silent. Okay, they can't shut up. Trying to even keep someone's inner self, right, your true authentic self, from coming out. You can't be a certain way. You have to hold back who you truly are, who you truly love, right? If it doesn't fit some type of societal norm that's extremely old-fashioned and is fucked up. But see, they don't think it is. This is like doing the same thing all the time, ignoring the fact that history has shown that it's horrible and that there needs to be growth and change and certain things should not be occurring. But if we don't talk about it, if we don't think about it, then it doesn't happen and we can stay in our little happy fucking Truman Show. And you're like, no, I'm in the Matrix. I'm like fucking Neo. I'm looking at things as they truly are, and y'all are hooked up to machines. What the fuck are you doing? Like there's such a vast difference like between Taurus, like the way that you're thinking or seeing something. It almost feels like you're starting to feel, or maybe you always have been, and there's more of a realization of it, or maybe you're fighting against them, right? But feeling like an alien. Like how did I come from you people? What in the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I'm telling you. Red flags. There's tons of them. This is like you see it. You see something. They're warning you. Holding back, someone at a distance, a surprise invitation meeting. They're trying to keep you away from somebody. They are trying to keep you away from somebody. They are keeping you from getting into spiritual alignment. Thinking outside the box, false imprisonment. They want you inside of that box, baby. Like you got to be stuck in it. You cannot do anything different. Yes, the fuck you can. You don't have to be what, think this way or believe this just because that's how you were brought up. What? You're an individual. You don't need to. It's ridiculous. I don't care who you are. It's if it's obviously not, I feel like I need to clarify, but if it's not for doing something bad, right? I think, red rum is okay. No, that's not what the fuck I'm talking about. The going to church every Sunday, and we can't say this. We all have to sit at the supper table together every night, and we got to do it like this, and we got to do it like that, and no, the fuck you don't, right? You can have a fucking powwow on the living room floor and eat in front of the TV. It's not going to make you sick or anything like that. Whatever you were told growing up, right? All these crazy ass things because they're just trying to control you and get you to do something. All they had to do was fucking say the truth. I like it when we all sit together and talk about our day. No, they got to, make it sound like it's terrible. It's the fuck. When you can have the same conversation by thinking outside of the box, doing something differently, right? and having a fucking picnic on the living room floor. Like, we can do that too. It's cool, you know? But that's not. Everything's got to be like picture fucking perfect. And you're seeing the red flags now, and you're like, whoa, y'all are, yep, I'm good. And they're holding you back from getting into spiritual alignment. I'm telling you, this double standard, someone at a distance, a romantic breakup, separation, and a surprise invitation meeting. There's judgment. There's somebody, it's keeping somebody away from you, okay? Even you could have even pushed someone away from you, okay? Or something like that. In this vicinity, that's what it is. Someone's too different. Someone's too different for some, idyllic family portrait. Yeah, they don't like it. Somebody's too idyllic. Like, it's got to be a certain way. And somebody lets their freak flag fly, meaning they think outside the box. They're authentically themselves. And they don't like that. 911. Now, yes, that can mean 911. But it's a period of spiritual awakening and self-discovery, trusting your intuition, trusting your inner guidance. There's a cycle ending and a new, more authentic path is opening up. Okay. I'm filming this right now. It's May 30th, 2026. Okay. These are timeless for whenever you see them, but today happens to be the full moon in Sagittarius. Okay. Which is expansion, travel, someone at a distance. Okay. Higher education, learning things, opening up, spirituality, our beliefs. Okay. Luck. Sagittarius is also someone who isn't afraid to go against societal norms and be themselves and be different. That's who they are. And this moon happens to be a blue moon, which they say they're super rare. Okay. I guess in terms of moons, but they happen like every 2.5 years. They're not like extremely rare, but whatever. But it's an odd phenomenon, right? Where you get 2 full moons in 1 month, and it's like big endings, big transformations. Miracles can happen. Surprise meetings, surprise messages. Getting that wild hair in your ass and being like, you know what? 2 middle fingers up to the Brady Bunch over here, acting like everything's perfect, and being like, I'm out, bro. I'm out. And just shaking shit up. Yeah. That's 2424 on the timer. That's a big energy. Y'all, this 911 went under violent crime, getting exposed for attempted rape. I'm telling you. That is, I'm not laughing, but something is. 1212. Balance, positive shifts, positive sign for a twin flame journey, divine support, divine putting things into right order. Miracles happen. And this is the perfect time for that to occur. It's because, like, this is the time when anything can happen. Your wildest dreams, something that you didn't think was possible could be possible, that kind of stuff. Because if something is meant to be, and your intuition's been pulling you towards something, wanting you to do something, okay, feeling something, whatever, can't shake it, and you've got people around you trying to change your mind or hold you back, this is a time when unexpectedly something, 2555 was just on the timer, unexpectedly something can happen that shakes shit up, and it provides you with the perfect opportunity, right? That, like, out of nowhere extra burst of like energy or courage or something to speak up, to reach out to somebody, to do something, to visit someone, whatever, to say what you want to say and walk the fuck away and not look back and be like, fuck you bitches. You know what I'm saying? Come on. I'm telling you, in alignment on the bottom of the deck. 555, prepare for a positive and significant change in your life because a plot twist, healing from heartbreak. Something was a one-sided relationship. Look at this. Important text caller info coming. I'm telling y'all. Red flags, one-sided. Growing up, man, I'm telling you. They don't want you reaching out to someone to do something. What's Taurus doing here? It's a bunch of assholes. Constant criticism. It came out and it spun in reverse. Believe in your self-worth and surround yourself with those who uplift and support you. Constant criticism came in reverse. Why does this feel like it's not me, it's you? Why does this feel like it's someone, like somebody's putting that on someone else? Withholding support. Thinking outside the box, false imprisonment. That's what it came out over. Withholding support. Something's been going on a long time. Emotional withholding. Yeah, encouraging emotional openness and expressing your own feelings, being vulnerable. That is, they don't want that. This is like not getting a lot. Yep. Withholding love as punishment. You might have had to suffer a lot of constant criticism, or they want you to feel like somebody else is not good for you. They could feel like you speaking your truth, right? Because this fell out over truth teller. Like you speaking your truth. Emotional unavailability, overbearing behavior. Like you speaking your truth, right? They get defensive because instead of you being allowed to have a voice, right? They take it as a personal attack. That says way more about them than it does you. That means they've got wounds. They don't want you supporting someone. And it's like, if you do, they're not going to support you. They want you to stay inside some cage. Like they don't want you to find yourself, your true, authentic self, right? The sun. They want to keep that caged in. It's like they got to keep some kind of tight hold on the way things have always been. You're going to fuck up the flow. Beavis, what are you doing? It's what it's like. It's like, what the hell? And this too, this emotional withholding. There's a man and woman on that card. And there's no face. It doesn't matter. One's wearing the pants and one's wearing a dress. Bullshit ass, stereotypical roles and norms. They're dumb as fuck. Okay, it doesn't matter. Look, Scottish fucking warriors wore kilts, bitch. They were skirts. What about it? Tell one of them they're wearing a fucking skirt and they're a bitch. Watch what they do to you. Like, sit the fuck down. Clothes are just clothes. I don't know why we genderize them. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. None of that shit ever did. But this is like, if you're emotional, that's not okay. It's a toxic masculinity and it's a horse shit. That's like the vermin in our society. That's the poison in our society. That shit. From that breeds hedonism, filth, like poverty, segregation, right? Racism, you fucking name it. It's insane. It's insane. But we don't want to talk about it because we don't want to hurt anybody's ego. Sit down. Sit the fuck down. I don't understand. I've never understood all of that. Nobody wears the pants. It's just ridiculous. But there's like this control issue. You know, everybody's got to control shit. It doesn't have to be that way. Somebody thinks like that. It doesn't have to be that way. But see, if you feel that way, right? And then you partner up with someone else that feels that way, threads start to unravel. You see what I'm saying? The conservative fucks who have to have things a certain way. And y'all know the type of people I'm talking about, okay? I don't feel I need to explain that in detail. I'm not talking about politics, all right? That threatens their beliefs. And it shows them how fragile they've really been. Then they have to do a lot of self-reflecting that they don't want to do because that shit's scary. But this is like people learn they have to behave a certain way if they want love. They do something bad, then they don't get love. Do you know how fucked up that is? I have a lot of very strong words I can say about that. There's nothing okay with that. We all make mistakes. Nobody's a saint, right? So, man, this heart's in a cage, and it's like I can feel it's fear. A lot of tiptoeing, and this just breeds toxic behavior. Someone's true self I'm telling you, I'm thinking of gosh, what is it? Is it the Hulk? Where he gets mad, right? And he breaks out and rips his shirt off. Someone's getting to the point where they can't take it anymore. Someone's getting like stronger. Someone's family or friend group. There's some group. There's something. There's people. They're kind of spiraling behind the scenes. How do we keep something quiet? How do we shut somebody up? How do we not? This is kind of giving like somehow trying to behind the scenes make it look like another person is off their rocker, right? It's going off the rails. Like they're crazy, to put it, plainly. Shaming. Look at this. It's like, damn it, Billy, why'd you pee your pants? And then you like beat their ass for peeing their pants. Are you fucking kidding me? They're potty training. Of course they're going to do that. I don't know. Maybe, Susan, you were gossiping with somebody for too fucking long and your kid had to hold their pee for 3 fucking hours. Do you know how difficult that is? Okay, when you get a hysterectomy and you're older and you piss your pants because you had one because you couldn't hold it anymore, you want somebody to beat your ass because you did that? There's no empathy. It's like it's embarrassing, right? So we're reacting and we're yelling at somebody instead of there being like understanding or accountability for why that happened in the first place, apologizing to them, letting them know, sweetheart, it's okay. It wasn't, I understand that. Like, you don't shame someone for anything, for feeling, okay, for having their feelings hurt, for their feelings fucking period. But if someone doesn't fit in the fucking status quo, we've got to make them feel like shit about it. Why? So they stop doing it. Fall in line or get your ass beat. What happens when little Timmy starts fucking fighting back? I don't know why the name Timmy keeps coming up. Maybe that's significant. I have no fucking clue. But what happens? It's like the world is changing. And these are people who, through generations, have been fighting it for so long. And now there are shifts in energy, shifts in things, and people are becoming more comfortable with being themselves authentically and no longer hiding. And it's got these people freaking the fuck out. Playing mind games. Do you see how that's a reflection? They are fucking with the way people see themselves. Overbearing behavior. Come on, that's a bull, Taurus. Are you fucking kidding me? Overbearing behavior. Narcissism. Control. Subtle manipulations. Little tidbits, things planted in your mind. Acting supportive in the way that they say things, but it's really shitty what they're doing. Oh, baby. Nope, I'm hearing. I want to beat somebody's fucking ass. Parents are a big one here. People growing up with parents like this, they end up basically mimicking, your parents' marriage or copying those behaviors. What you put up with, okay? How you react to things, how you raise your kids. And then it's like no matter how much you try to change something, okay, you fall into the same patterns. But I'm telling you, it wreaks fucking havoc. There's got to be like a cold cutoff, man. Like a fuck it, I'm done. You're done. I'm done. But you can't. Yes, the fuck I can. But I don't give a fuck who you are. I gave birth to you, and so that gives you the right to treat me like shit? No. The fuck does that? I didn't ask to be here. You want me to fucking thank you? I didn't ask to be here. You brought me here, and then you treated me like shit. You played mind games, and you got me into all these toxic beliefs, and you like stifled who the fuck I was. Made me believe there was something wrong with me. Fucked up my life because of your shitty behavior and your shitty beliefs. I can't find a fucking Hallmark card that thanks you for that. Sorry. Like, what the This is a strong, I have the right to be this way because of who I am to somebody. No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't. Kendrick, cut my granny off if she don't see it like I see it. That line's been coming out a lot lately in readings. Someone's closed-mindedness. That's what breeds toxic, harmful behaviors. And if you if you are more of an open-minded person, right, thinking outside of the box, that threatens their very existence. And it's almost like an emotional emergency or traumatic for them to even think about starting to unpack all the bullshit that they have hidden, you know? Because damn, then they'd have to look at everything, and that would scare the shit out of them. Because there's so much more that does than just like awaken them to who they really are and why they believe what they believe. I mean, they go through it in a complete ego death. And when it's somebody, you know, much older, a lot of times too, when it's somebody much older, and then they realize who they have to cut out of their life, that scares the shit out of them. Because it's very difficult to open your mind and be your own person and then still have people trying to hold on to you and control you a certain way. It is very difficult to, assert boundaries and then stand firm on them, because they will continue to fight back, and they will continue to like push at that. You know what I'm saying? It's very difficult to do, but it has to be done for you, for your mental health, for your well-being. It exposes a lot of things. I'm telling you, it's like one person in a family speaking up and being their authentic self and questioning things is enough to tear down that entire like family dynasty. And that scares the shit out of them. Wheel of Fortune. I don't know why I just heard, what do we have for her, Johnny? What the hell? Not The Price is Right or something? I don't know what the hell that is. Page of Cups. The Empress. There's something about child here. How people see their mom. There's something here. Look at Page of Wands. Judgment. There's something coming up. The Strength. The Seven of Swords and the Moon. Oh, babe. The Ten of Swords. Oh my gosh. The Five of Cups. Baby, somebody got regret for days. Holy shit. This is like a child having to like wait on a parent or something because of who they are. There's some strong mother energy here, y'all. The matriarch of the family, right? Either toxic masculine matriarch or non, right? It's thinking things have to be a certain way. But there's something here, like something is, that Judgment card's giving me like somebody brings up old memories or something. But this is like a reawakening of the feminine aspect, the divine feminine aspect, the healthy feminine aspect that is in everyone. Yes, men, I'm talking to you too, baby. In everyone. Nurturing that, feeding it, softening, remembering who we all come from. You know what the Empress is? Mother Gaia. The earth. What does everything in life center around? Material things, right? What we see. That's Pentacles. That's the Empress. The Empress is Venus. Love. Mother Gaia. The earth. Where we're at. The ground. Everything. Everything we have around us that we take for granted is abundance. The Empress is abundance. The Empress. Not the Emperor. War, discipline, strategy, control, right? Is not what makes the world go round. Love, empathy, nurturing. That's what makes the fucking world go round. And there's a call to bring that back up, because we are, I don't know, when the hell did the time of the divine feminine start again? It was like 2000 or something like that. Okay. They go in spurts. Y'all can look it up. I don't remember the exact specifics, but it's something like that. This is like bringing that all back up and nurturing that within ourselves, that it's okay to love ourselves. Self-care. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to love. It's okay to be nurturing. It's okay to do these things. We don't always have to hold back and wear a fucking mask and hide our fucking emotions, because then what happens? That is like annihilation, mental issues, and the Five of Cups, regretting shit. And then the Sun and the Devil. What comes to the surface? All that fucking toxicity and the shadow and everything. And we sit in that despair. But we have to call attention to that stuff. We have to nurture ourselves first. Self-care, all of that. This is like returning back to self. Because a lot of times it's really easy it's very easy, especially in today's age, step into our masculine energy. Be assertive, controlling, all that stuff. It can be very easy to do because we feel a lot of times like we have to be on guard. We have to wear armor underneath our clothes to be ready to go to war whenever, we need to, being on the defense so much. But by doing so, you suffocate the feminine part of you. And then there's, the rat race and competition and fighting for things instead of just slowing down and nurturing, like, your inner child and your inner self and that creative part of you and getting very comfortable with the feminine aspect of us. It's okay. Men, it's not, you're allowed to show emotion. In fact, not doing so is a toxic trait. That means that there's some reflection and some healing that needs to be done. You're allowed to show emotion. In fact, it's the sign of a very strong, solid, grounded individual when they're in touch with that and they're okay with it. And they're okay with others being that way as well. It's actually weaker to refuse that part of ourselves. But they don't want us talking about that. But it's true. It's fucking true. I speak of truth, all right? I've seen it. I've lived it. I've studied it. Shit. All sides of it. I've seen what it does to very fucking good people when they were raised to hide that part of themselves. It's sad to watch someone's light fizzle out right in front of you and then watch them continue the same toxic path as those that raised him. It's fucking heartbreaking. King of Swords and the Two of Cups. Come on, look at this. King of Swords, Two of Cups. What is the King of Swords? Don't worry, I'll wait. Intellectual, business-like. It is all mental. It is very logical. I'm seeing the, I think it's the Daydreamer's Tarot, okay? The Knight of Cups. In traditional tarot, the Knight of Cups is carrying a cup, okay? It's an extension of himself. But in that tarot deck, the cup is the person's head. Cups are emotions. It's like their emotions are all in the brain, logical. That's the King of Swords. It's all intellect. Even, they can be very cold. They can seem closed off. They can seem very businesslike. Even approach relationships in that way, where it's like, I'm not an employee, bro. You good? But everything's just like very by the book, right? It's just like very by the book. In relationships, telling you, it's very odd. Man, this is kind of like, look at this. Yeah. I'm telling you, the Queen of Wands, the Hierophant. First of all, the Queen of Wands is somebody confident, bold, maybe a little witchy, but the Queen of Wands upright, somebody who's going to speak their mind. The Hierophant, you want this person to fit inside a fucking box, to follow some kind of tradition? Baby, she writing her own fucking books, her own traditions. This is someone confident. Bitch, I don't need you. I want you. There is a difference. I will cut you and off. And this is just like trying to take, that is, baby. The King of Swords trying to tame, right, a fiery, passionate feminine with water as well, because all the queens have water. You're going to create a fucking explosion. That is not a good sign. That King of Swords would have to step into more King of Wands energy, which in the upright is not bad. They're a leader. They're passionate. They're spirited. They're a go-getter. They get shit done. It's You cannot be the, look, anytime I see the King of Swords and the Two of Cups together, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? If you, with the Emperor, if you want compassion and you want empathy and you want, I'm not saying all King of Swords are like that, because they're not. But it's gonna be fucking pulling teeth from a hungry alligator. You know, if you want that, there is, I'm telling you, I feel like I'm speaking to an Empress energy or someone who is in touch with their divine feminine energy. It can be male or female, it doesn't fucking matter. We have both, right? And dealing with someone maybe that's like that, you could have even said something about how somebody, why somebody is the way they are in relationships, or how they are or how they approach them. Somebody didn't want to hear about something. This is almost, I'm telling you, this, y'all, I do not mean any disrespect. This is like somebody with mommy issues getting into a relationship with an Empress. The Empress ends up playing a mom role, right? Because somebody has fucking mommy issues. And this is like calling them out. Something happened here. Something happened. Yeah, somebody took you telling the truth and doing things, right? This is like them taking it as criticism when that's not what you were doing. You were trying to nurture them, to help them, to show them empathy, to show them love, to teach them how to nurture themselves. You gave somebody feeling and compassion. It was returned with like coldness, like how things need to be. Something's very by the book. I can't stand that shit. There's no thinking outside the box. I don't believe it says that here. No, it does not. So we cannot do that. What in the fuck? This is, I mean, no matter who this is, right? This is somebody not wanting to see it your way. Not wanting to see it your way. Yep. Seven of Swords, the moon. They got to wear a mask on their emotions. So they show up like this. They have to mask their emotions. I must always be like this. Cool, calm, collected. In my head. Very logical. Now, can you really have a nurturing family unit, household, atmosphere, if that's how we are? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. And what happens when somebody stifles that and they hold it down so long, right? Eventually, it has to come out one way or another. And if you're refusing to nurture the feminine side of yourself, it comes out in toxic masculinity. Outburst, control, manipulation, whatever, right? But it also becomes that it's not me, it's you. I reacted this way because you did this. That's not true. You reacted that way because you're fucked up. And you don't want to reflect. You don't want to see yourself properly. I'm telling you, somebody's being, regret. Look, son, somebody's being forced to look at themselves. Somebody could see someone. It's like you can see somebody very clearly, and you told them, I'm telling you, look at this. Come on, bitch. This is fighting, conflict, putting your walls up. This is giving me thinking that someone's coming at you and they're being narcissistic when honestly your walls are up because of your own fucking toxicity. You're defending a bunch of asshats. I'm telling you, that is self-sabotage. Walls up, self-sabotage. In their fucking head. But this comes from somewhere. How we're fucking raised. I'm not saying that it's not a person's fault, right? They get older, they can reflect themselves. Yeah, I get that shit. But something is like, somebody's got someone else, okay? Fuck, friends, pastor, family, who the hell knows, okay? Could be a conglomerate of them all. Telling them they're right. A Queen of Pentacles, get out of here. Nurturing, grounded, earthy, good, caring, patient, a healing energy. Both of these are healing energies. Love, unconditional love, patience. I am not, someone who, I don't know everything about everything, okay? But when I say, if you want wifey material, you know what I'm saying? This is the golden fucking egg, y'all. There it is. All day. They're healing, they're emotional, they're grounded, they're stable, they're practical, they work. That's your motherfucking ride or die. And a Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, they're healing, they're gonna do good. They mean well, they're very vulnerable, they're loving, they encourage growth and healing. This is insane. But this is what happens when you grow up in shitty stuff. You sabotage good relationships because that seems chaotic to you. You need somebody to be more like how you grew up, somebody that's going to fit that mold. Then you end up just repeating toxic cycles over and over instead of learning the karmic lessons. You're just breeding fucking chaos. I'm telling you, this is someone who puts in the fucking work. Look at that. They can hold shit down on their fucking own. Bitch, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I told you. The golden egg. The king, it's like it makes too much sense. They're too good to be true. Nobody is that well-rounded. I'm telling you, they are. But not healing, not getting in touch with that side of you and holding on to toxic masculinity, right, will fuck your life up. There's not going to be one fucking comment that says that's not going to happen. I can guarantee that. Because we all know that's true. That's like fucking common sense. But people don't want to look at that because that means vulnerability. Vulnerability makes people feel not safe. Why? You're stronger than the asshat who's not vulnerable. Plain and simple. Like I'm telling you. Like, look at that. I'm telling you. They didn't see. They didn't want to see who someone fucking was. I cannot. I'm done. These people. Kidding. So either you're struggling with that, or this is showing what you were struggling with and what someone else is now, I just heard seeing. Somebody is now seeing. Somebody is now seeing you as you are. Somebody is now seeing you as you are. Plot twist. Something's imploding. Something's about to explode on somebody, and somebody's worried. Somebody knows something's about to end or it's already going to end because somebody can't live up to something. Somebody can't live up to some hype. Somebody's awakening. Something's about to blow up in someone's face here. To do. I'm telling you, this is like, love yourself enough to exercise and enjoy the glow of health. This is just movement. You're strong enough to do anything that you want to. Yes, speak up. Speaking up, exercise. See this? Speaking up. Get used to it. Practice it. Do it a lot. That's healthy. And this can be somebody, instead of like speaking the truth about something, they're doing other things, right? Like exercising. They're doing other things about, right? The man. They got to be the one that holds it all together, to be super strong and all of this other stuff. You've got a female here speaking up. You see how strong that bar is? You don't have to be so rigid. You don't have to hold everything up. Don't do things like obsessively because somebody's trying to fix something in them by changing the way that they look. Like somehow, right? If I do this is I'll like who I see in the mirror. That is not why you have a problem looking in the mirror. It has shit to do with how you look. It's what you see in your eyes, right? It's like, you've got to, exercise, speak up. Exercise your fucking right for freedom of speech to say whatever the hell you want to say to whomever. I don't give a shit if it's a parent. It will make you stronger as a person, as an individual. If you feel called to do something, There is a reason. Don't question that. Who gives a fuck if it goes against societal norms or what they've always done, or I don't want to upset my mom or my dad, or I don't want to do, who gives a shit? Unconditional love is just that. It's loving without condition. You don't have to do everything their way. That's a bullshit narrative. That is control, period. That's conditional fucking love. Just flew over by the candle. Your flame, your fire. You are a strong and positive leader. A family sets you up. You or their family set you up so they could receive money because they think you're gullible. Yes, they are jealous of your strong connection to the divine. If you have a strong connection to the divine, you're balanced. You're in your masculine and your feminine energy. You speak up. You think outside the box. You have an open mind. Caring, you're nurturing. You're a fucking threat to their bullshit. They regret making you feel replaceable. Archangel Michael's protecting you. How about that, church-going bitches? Archangel Michael's protecting you. I bet that fires these people up. Yeah. Because that's stepping into your authenticity, being who you are, being that strong, independent truth teller, not allowing society to stuff you in a fucking box, to change who you are at your core. And you want to wake people up, and they don't want you. You speak, people listen. Your energy is strong. You make shit happen. You use all the elements. You're grateful, confident, comfortable in your own fucking skin. Like, I can do this. I'm connected to the divine. I've got my spirituality, right? I've got Mother Earth. I have everything that I need to create the life that I want. They want to stifle that shit. Because if they don't stifle it, then you can change the fucking narrative going forward. You can do the things that they said you couldn't. Being an artist and make a living out of it and be happy and not be stuck working 9-to-5 jobs and doing shit that makes you miserable and getting stuck in a loop and doing the same fucking thing that everybody else does. That's gonna do more than fuck up their Christmas. That's gonna fuck up the whole program. You're gonna fucking make the matrix glitch. It's gonna fucking short circuit it. Somebody accepted a bribe and or money to betray you. Man. Some meeting. Somebody broke something up. I'm telling you, this is not a good feeling. This is someone's family going. Somebody is trying to shut up someone who didn't fit their fucking mold. I'm telling you. So they took fate and destiny into their own hands. And they set up a nice little meet cute because they wanted their family unit to look a certain way. It was a fucking con. Somebody's got a hardcore crush on you and they're reaching out to you soon. This came to the important text call or email incoming. Oh God, there's that REO Speedwagon song again. I can't fight this feeling anymore. Lord have mercy. Because somebody is using someone that you care about for their fucking money. Shame on them. Come on. What'd I say? Keep going. You are on the right career path. They don't want that. They don't fucking want that. Because you think for yourself. What'd I say? It's not you, it's them. They are self-centered, emotionally abusive, and a habitual liar. Begging you or them to not end the relationship. I just heard because they won't get paid. Somebody doesn't want somebody to break up with them. Because they are in it for the wrong fucking reasons. And if they can keep somebody tied down, then that little setup deal that they made behind that person's back gets them paid. You really think the divine's going to let that happen with somebody who's ascended? Who's on their path? Who's doing what they're supposed to do? You really think that's going to happen? These people are fucking dumb. I don't know everything, but that seems like fucking common sense to me. Because the time is now for things to change. They want the access to you, but they don't want to put forth any effort. Now, I don't know if that is you or if that's what this person is doing. Or if someone else is connected to you, so they've got your divine energy and they can see that in somebody else. They don't want to put in the healing work and the nurturing, you know, the whatever. It's like using some, they're like sucking somebody dry. Somebody wants to stay with somebody for what they get out of it. That's why they don't want this breakup to occur. But something's ending. Something's ending anyway. I'm telling you, something's ending anyway. The divine intervention, the divine putting things right. It's time. You see, that's like an emergency. Like, no, I'm telling you, this violent crime and exposed for attempted rape, that is like they are trying to take something that is divinely put together. Somebody is fucking up with the natural order of shit, thinking that they can control it. How well did that work out for Lucifer? I'm just saying. These people are praying to the wrong fucking thing. This is insane to me. This is insane to me. It's not hard. Just be a fucking good human. That's all you got to be. Not fake it, not put on the front. Legitimately be a good human. Why? Because OG, the divine, they know our heart. They know our intention. So that smile that they put on their face all day long ain't fooling them. They might be able to fool all these fucking little NPCs around here, but they're not fooling the divine. That shit's bullshit. This kind of stuff, I get so passionate, right? When I talk about toxic relationships, because I've seen so many people in my life stay stuck in them and go with it and make excuses. And I've watched very good people lose themselves. And they are toxically positive and optimistic to themselves. Because it's like they feel like they can't talk bad about what's going on in their life. Yes, you fucking can, and you have every right to, because it's not okay. They stifle themselves. I can't stand that shit. They hired and paid somebody to watch you and dig up info on you. Well, it's like I know they got to be up to something bad. Well, I feel like they're coming up short. They're coming up short. Not only that, if they're fucking with somebody who's in their purpose, being protected by archangels, doing everything they're supposed to be, high vibing as, and they messing with that, they people, come on, boo. I'm telling you. There's just, and it's like, oh, it's so like materialistic. Everything is just very superficial, and it's hiding things, lying about things, doing things that's harming other people. That's holding them back, purposely causing delays to set you back. It's holding them back. Oh my God, look at this. Divine messenger. You are a divine messenger doing your job for the Most High proudly. I cannot. You cause somebody's ego death. You shut that shit down. Your psychic gifts are expanding and growing stronger. Don't doubt them. It's my favorite. These are the fucking people that are like, seers are the devil. Really? Jesus was a prophet. Just to let you know. Maybe they skipped that part of the fucking book. I cannot stand these people. They're hiding money from you in a secret account. So somebody's hiding money from somebody in a secret account. You know, if somebody took money to get someone to do something, play a role. Let's call it like it is. Someone's a hired fucking actor or actress. Because that's what they're doing. All right. Posing as a normal fucking citizen and a perfect fucking partner, spouse, whatever. Getting paid by the family behind the scenes. Look, I'm just saying. I tell y'all the messages I get as I get them. That's the fuck's going on. Somebody's shady as fuck out here. Somebody's got to hide that money from their partner. They can't be knowing. Where you get all the money from? I know where you work. I see your paychecks. Where you get that money from? They can't know. What are you going to say? Come on, dude. This is ridiculous. They refuse to believe they would receive karma in the same lifetime that they caused you horrific pain, but they are. Oh, and they secretly watching you too. Good. Give them something to fucking talk about. Keep pissing them off and being yourself. These people are insane. I mean that too. Look at this. What'd I say? Somebody's playing a role. Somebody's out here playing a role. An actor or an actress. Somebody's out here playing a role for what it brings to them. They are romantically involved with another person. If they say they're not, they're lying. That's the thing. Whomever they're with, posing to be with, posing to be the perfect part, whatever the fuck they're doing, okay? This isn't going to be for everybody, but it's for somebody. They're not romantically involved with that person. They got somebody on the side. It's you just a job. What in the fuck is wrong with people? Guys, I can't. I wanted this to be short, but this got juicy as fuck. Because there's some innocent. Look at this. They're trying to stop. They're trying to stop a pure. They're trying to stop a pure spiritual union. Pure. They don't want somebody to see something. Somebody, this is, man, come on, dude. You're creating a lot of fucking shitstorms. This is pissing me off. You know why? Because this is giving, if you do anything, right, your psychic gifts, didn't I say that those are like, you know, they're demonic. They're fucking crazy. They're ding-dongs, okay? I cannot with that shit. Witchy. Did I not say the Queen of Pentacles? They're often like, you know, earth magic, white witchy kind of thing. Even the Queen of Wands can be witchy. The Queen of Cups, psychic gifts. Do you know what a witch is? A healer. Our OG healers, actually. It pissed people off that we could naturally do things that others couldn't, especially men. It's like innate empathy and shit's innate in us, right? Piss them off. So what do? They go on some fucking crazy ass thing. Create all kinds of lies. Anyway, that's a story for another day. This is like them thinking that what you do is bad. But somebody's sending something. It's caught. They're trying to create. They're sending negative energy your way big time to make you stop something. They want you to. That's fucking what it is. They want you. If you're doing something online, they want you to stop immediately. Immediately. They want you to shut the fuck up. Immediately. I just heard, or they will shut you up. That's how they feel. And divine, look at come on, witchy sister. You're stable. You help people. Look at this. You're a friend, an ally, a confidant. You're fucking good. You're fucking good. You're the fucking person who opens your door to somebody to help them. It doesn't matter. You will fucking try anything to help them. You could have been a fucking friend to these people. Man, baby, I'm telling you, keep doing what you're doing because they're about to get motherfucking got. Look at this. What they're guilty of will be exposed soon. Just fell on top of that. A hater. They were trying to find something on you. They were trying to dig up info on you. They couldn't find shit because you don't do anything wrong. You're not out here addicted to shit and doing everything else. Man, this is giving. They're trying to say that you've got issues. This bribing members of law enforcement, causing you delays, trying to dig up info on you. But guess what? You don't use this shit. And there's no drugs, there's no addictions. You don't need the shit to do what you do. Also, it pisses somebody off that you really are this fucking wholesome. And that you find alternative ways to do things. A healer. I don't give a shit what it is. Okay? Oils, plants, herbs. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You find ways. Like it is in you. No shit it is. What do you think we come from? I'm done. You're oh my God. You're a role model. I'm telling you, that's the fucking message. It's end. Game over for their fucking emotional manipulation. And this setup shit. Yes, because they're pissed about somebody's path and they got an evil eye going on because you're fucking into it. Look at this. I'm done. Fuck these guys. You're going to win. They put you through hell and back. But what's crazy is, y'all, you've watched them do this to somebody else. You've kept being you. Like authentic, wholesome, helpful. You didn't turn into some, whatever the Wicked Witch of the fucking West or whatever the hell they thought you were. I have no idea. You're not the person they thought you were or they portrayed you to be. I'm telling you, shit's about to implode, man. Shit's about to implode. This is interesting as fuck. You're calling out some kind of, you call out like the toxic traits, the, toxic masculinity, whatever it is, you call that shit out. But this isn't a nurturing way, a helping, healing way. You're like trying to empower people and get them on their fucking path. To get them to see who they are, to see things. Now wonder why, look at strong positive leader. Now wonder why you have so much protection and you have had to like fight through shit, but you're still going. There's something here about your words. Something you've told somebody is either replaying in their head or something you're saying now online or to them, whatever. You're helping someone build them up, find the strength within them to empower them. That's what you're doing. You're helping people see their own fucking strength and encouraging them like that. It's actually stronger to speak your truth loudly and proudly and not hold back. You're giving people strength and it's pissing them off because see, that takes the power away. Damn, baby. Look at this. Encouraging balance in personal space. Healthy relationships allow for individuality. Uplifting people. You like communicating, like emotional things, vulnerability, trust, empathy. Man, you're the patriarchy's worst fucking nightmare. I love you. I fucking love you. They like, birds are meant to fly. And they tried to keep you caged in. That ain't gonna work, boo-boo. That ain't gonna fucking work. Anyways, Taurus, I hope this helped. Okay, resonated. Y'all let me know, please. This is good. Very empowering. Y'all are badasses, and I love that. Don't stop. They want you in your head, and they want you thinking you're fucking crazy. You're not. And I think deep down you know that, okay? Please keep going. You're a bright-ass star, boo-boo. Okay? Keep being a good human. Keep giving the day good you. I love y'all. Till next time. Peace.